Today we are taking a look at Shirogane Noel from hololive. This is the Danchomu version in the relaxed timeline by Banpresto. Hololive is a virtual talent project built around live streaming, music, performances, and character-driven entertainment. Within that lineup, Shirogane Noel is one of the talents known for a night-themed identity and a warm, approachable presence. Today's highlights for this figure are the softer expression than usual, the Subatomo big version illustration printed across the chest, and the very cute posing. The first highlight is the expression. Rather than pushing toward a more intense or forceful look, this figure uses a wide open mouth, large bright eyes, and a rounded face line to create a much softer impression. That feeling is reinforced by the fake mustache placed directly in front of the mouth because it turns the entire front view into something playful instead of sharp. The second highlight is the chest print. The front of the top uses a large Subatomo big version illustration that sits right across the fullest part of the upper body. Because the print is placed at the center of the chest and uses simple lines with small accent colors, it becomes one of the most noticeable visual points without making the outfit feel busy. The third highlight is the posing. The figure kneels low with the knees spread outward, the lower legs folded back, and both hands lifted beside the face. That combination gives the whole figure a very cute display presence because the upper body gathers inward around the face while the lower half opens outward into a much wider silhouette. This channel brings you figure reviews and anime merchandise updates straight from Japan. If you enjoyed this kind of content, don't forget to subscribe. The head is built around a very soft and playful expression. The eyes are large and bright, and the green irises immediately stand out because each one includes a bold yellow star shape inside. Around them, the upper lash lines are thick and dark, while the lower edges carry a softer red accent that helps the eyes stay vivid without making the face look severe. Below that, the mouth is opened wide in a rounded shape, which gives the face a cheerful and relaxed mood instead of a tight or controlled one. The fake mustache placed in front of the mouth becomes one of the most memorable parts of the figure. It sits low across the center of the face, with a rounded middle and both ends curling upward as they extend out to the sides. Because it projects forward from the face rather than staying flat against it, it creates an extra layer right at the center of the expression. That makes the mouth area feel more playful and gives the front view an immediate comedic accent. The hair is also handled in a very clean and readable way. The bangs drop forward in several thick sections and their lower edges stop just above the eyes, so the eye area stays open and easy to read. Near the front outer side of the head, a braided section is sculpted tightly along the hairline, which adds a second type of surface detail next to the smoother front bangs. There is also a single loose strand that curves outward over the front, which keeps the fringe from looking too even. Around the rest of the head, the hairstyle stays short and rounded. The side sections fall down to around jaw level, and the rear hair forms a compact bob shape that curves inward near the bottom. From the back, the silhouette is simple and full, but the vertical strand lines and the slight inward turn at the ends keep it from feeling like one plain helmet shape. As a result, the head works very well from the front, side, and rear angles, with the expression, mustache, braid, and rounded bob each contributing something different. The upper body stands out because of how clearly the figure balances soft body lines with a very simple outfit. The neck drops cleanly into the shoulders, and from there the chest rises strongly forward before narrowing quickly into the waist. That change from the fuller upper body into the much tighter midsection gives the torso a very noticeable hourglass flow, but the sculpt keeps the surfaces broad and smooth rather than breaking them into too many small details. The top itself is a sleeveless cropped piece in white. Its neckline stays fairly open, but the edge is still thick enough to read as a clear border around the upper chest. The shoulder straps are broad and simple, and they connect directly into the back without adding extra decoration. Because the top ends high above the waist, the figure leaves a wide section of the midriff exposed, which makes the transition from chest to stomach much easier to read. The most eye-catching part of the clothing is the large Subatomo big version illustration printed across the chest. The design is placed right at the center and uses a white body with black outline lines, a small orange beak and feet, and a yellow collar with a blue bow. Since the print sits across the fullest front area, it immediately pulls attention to the center of the figure. At the same time, the print is simple enough that it does not interrupt the overall softness of the outfit. The arms also play a major role in shaping the upper half. Both arms rise upward with the elbows bent and the hands open beside the face with the fingers spread outward. Because the palms do not press tightly against the cheeks, there is still a small gap between the hands and the head, which keeps the pose from feeling cramped. Instead, the hands frame the face and guide attention back toward the eyes and mouth. From the back, the top stays plain and clean, ending just above the lower back, so the upper body keeps its focus on the silhouette, the chest print, and the face-framing arm placement. The lower half is built around a very cute kneeling pose rather than a standing presentation. From the narrow waist, the body transitions directly into matching white bottoms that sit low and simple across the hips. The front edge forms a clear curved boundary below the stomach, while the leg openings rise high enough to keep the upper thighs fully exposed. That gives the lower body a very open front view and helps the leg lines stay long and easy to follow. The hip area stays rounded and smooth, with only a few gentle folds added near the side and back edges of the clothing. Those folds are important because they stop the lower garment from feeling like a completely flat surface. Instead, they suggest the fabric gathering slightly where it wraps around the body. From the rear, the shape stays compact, and the center line between the hips adds another clear point of separation that keeps the lower half readable from behind as well. The legs create most of the figure's silhouette. The thighs spread outward from the hips into a wide kneeling stance, which gives the front view a broad triangular shape. From there, the knees plant low while the lower legs fold back along the surface, so the pose does not build upward so much as outward. That outward opening makes the figure feel relaxed and playful, especially when combined with the much more gathered upper body pose. The feet are covered in gray socks, and these darker shapes help close the lower half with a clear color break. Because the socks sit at the ends of the folded legs and turn outward behind the body, they widen the rear and side silhouette without adding too much complexity. Together, the hips, wide kneeling legs, folded lower legs, and outward pointing feet give the lower body a very cute and very readable shape that supports the entire character of the pose. This figure is approximately 12 centimeters tall. That's about 4.7 inches. For size comparison, here's a 350 milliliter can. That's about 12 ounces in the US. Overall, Shirogane Noel by Banpresto stands out for the way this figure combines a very soft facial expression, a playful upper body design built around the large chest print, and a compact kneeling pose that gives the whole piece a very cute display presence. The head makes the strongest first impression. The bright green eyes with their star-shaped details, the wide-open mouth, and the rounded face line all push the expression towards something cheerful and gentle. That feeling becomes even more memorable because of the fake mustache placed across the center of the face. Instead of acting like a tiny extra joke hidden somewhere on the figure, it becomes one of the main visual points from the front view and gives the expression a very playful identity. The short silver hairstyle also supports that effect well, especially through the combination of the thick bangs, the braided section near the front, and the rounded bob shape at the back. The upper body carries much of the figure's charm. The torso moves from a full chest area into a narrow waist very cleanly, so the body line reads clearly, even though the outfit itself stays extremely simple. The cropped light blue top keeps the silhouette open, while the large Subatomo big version illustration placed across the chest immediately creates a strong center of attention. Because the print uses a simple character design with just a few accent colors, it adds personality without making the front feel too crowded. The raised arms and open hands also help a lot here, since they frame the face and bring the viewer's attention back upward. The lower half gives the figure its pose language. The wide kneeling stance opens the silhouette strongly at the bottom, while the folded lower legs and outward turned feet keep the figure compact instead of stretched out. That balance works very well with the upper body because the top half gathers inward around the face while the lower half spreads outward into a much wider base. As a result, the entire pose feels intentionally cute from every angle rather than neutral or static. What makes the full figure work especially well is how clearly all of these elements support the same mood. The expression is soft, the chest print is playful, and the kneeling pose keeps the body language light and approachable. Nothing in the figure feels disconnected from that direction. Because of that, fans of hololive or Shirogane Noel will definitely enjoy this piece. With that focus on a softer expression, a memorable chest print, and an adorable pose, collectors who enjoy compact figures with strong personality should find it a very satisfying addition. That's it for this video. If there's any part of the figure you liked, feel free to leave a comment and share your thoughts. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.